Okay, remember class, your team science reports are due next Friday. They're worth half of your grade, so make sure you do a good job. See everyone Monday. Have a great weekend. And no running in the halls. Mr. Smith, we need your help on our report. Don't ask for a delay. You've known about this report for over a month, and I've given you time in class to work on it. No, it's not that. We found something on the internet, and we don't know what it is. Oh? What's it about? Well, as you know, our report is on the evolution of dinosaurs. Yeah, scientists now think that they didn't die, but they turned into chickens. Jeff, don't spoil it. Anyway, we're wanting to put some information on DNA in our report. With cool graphics and stuff. Yeah, with cool graphics. But we don't really understand much about DNA, and we're hoping you could help us so that we can include it in our report. I tell you what, why don't you stop by the lab after school and we'll take a look. If we can find something that relates to your report, you can include it. Great. Thanks, Mr. Smith. See you after school. That would be great if we can put that DNA stuff in our report. I wonder if we can actually show how dinosaurs evolved into chickens. Hi, boys. Come on in. Grab a chair and let's do some internet surfing. Okay. What do we have? DNA, human genome, dinosaurs. Here's one. The relationship of computer science, DNA, and evolution. Let's check that out. Wow, this is pretty interesting. So what's it say? Well, it's saying that there are different kinds of information. That biologists think about DNA like a sentence, but that's not the right way to think about it. Well, what's it like then? Well, it's more like a data stream. A what? A data stream. It's a set of variables. Do you boys know about algebra? Yeah, 5th period. What fun. I think it's fun. You would. Anyway, it's like the A's and B's and C's in the math equations. It's what allows each equation to represent a set of figures that are all different in size or location, but are in essence the same type or kind of figure. I'll tell you what. Let me save this information to a CD for you. I need to look it over a little bit more closely and get back with you. There's some pretty interesting ideas here that seem to go against typical thinking. Here you go. Thanks, Mr. Smith. You're welcome. I'll give you... Huh? What? That's strange. The site just went down. Oh well, I guess that's the internet. Good thing I copied the information to my hard drive before burning the CD. Yep, always back up your information. Alright, like I was saying, I'll give you a call Sunday evening if not sooner. Okay, see you later. Let's go play football. Okay, but I'm all-time quarterback. No way, I'm all-time quarterback. So what do you think? Pretty open and shut case, I guess. Looks like a robbery. Pretty messy one, too. Look at their papers and files thrown all over the place. I guess this guy was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Man, what rotten luck. Yeah, but at least he didn't have a family. Still, I hope we get whoever did this. May the Lord Jesus Christ be with you now and forevermore. Amen. Hey, boys. Hi, Professor Clarkson. Hi, Professor. I heard about Mr. Smith. How are you doing? I can't believe it. We were just talking to him the other day. They say that some burglar broke in. Mr. Smith must have been home when it happened. Kenny, let's tell him. Tell me what? We don't think it was a burglar. Why not? Well, Mr. Smith is just a teacher at high school. He doesn't have any money, and he doesn't live in a fancy house or anything. Yeah, why would somebody try to rob him for just a few bucks, especially if he was there? Maybe Mr. Smith came in and caught them by surprise. Maybe, but even so, don't you think a burglar would just run away? I mean, if there wasn't a lot of money, all they could be charged with is breaking and entering. Yeah, and since they killed Mr. Smith, that's murder. If they get convicted, that's life in prison or maybe even the death sentence. I see what you mean. But why would they kill Mr. Smith? We're not sure, but we think it has something to do with our project. What project? Our project about the evolution of dinosaurs. How could that be a problem? Well, he was helping us with some research for our project, and we found some information that surprised him a lot. That was the day before he was killed. What was the information? We have a copy of it on a CD, but we haven't told anyone, except you. That's smart. If there's really something to this, you need to be very careful. I tell you what, I was on my way to the lab. We have secure systems there, so why don't you ride with me and we'll check it out there? Okay. Whoa, I don't believe it. What's the matter, Professor? This actually proves that evolution isn't true. What do you mean? I thought evolution was true. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about in our report. Boys, you should know better. I know you go to a public school, but you also sit under good teaching at First Baptist. You know the Bible tells us that God is the creator. Of course we know that, but our teachers tell us that evolution is true. We just thought God used evolution to create everything. Boys, that's not at all what the Bible teaches. So who are you going to trust? Fallible men who are trying to guess what happened in the past? Or the one who's been there from the beginning and wants you to know the truth? But don't we see evolution happening all the time? That's what our teacher tells us. Yeah, like those peppered moth things. Didn't they change from dark to light? Or light to dark or something? You boys need to think more critically. In that experiment, there were always dark and light moths. All that happened was that the ratio changed over time. Besides, it was a fraud. The moths don't even rest on the trunks of trees. But what about all those finches with different sized beaks? Yeah, and all those different kinds of dogs. Aren't those examples of animals changing over time? Think about it, guys. The moths are always moths, the finches are always finches, and the dogs are always dogs. Does that sound like evolution? Well, no. But why do so many scientists believe in evolution? I'm a scientist. Do I believe that? I guess not. There are lots of scientists that don't believe in evolution. But those that do often believe for the same reason that you did. They were told it was true. And think about it. If you spent most of your professional career telling people that evolution is true, what are you going to do if someone challenges that belief? I see what you mean. It can make them look bad. Really bad. Have you ever seen the movie Expelled? You could lose everything. And that's not something people take lightly. Which reminds me, we need to leave right now. Even though this is a secure place, it's still public, and therefore not safe knowing what happened to Mr. Smith. Let's go. Professor, I get that a proof against evolution could get a lot of people mad, but would they really kill over it? Not over general ideas, but a compelling scientific argument like this, you bet there are some that would. The Merovingians, for example, have been trying to destroy any true faith in the Bible for centuries. If the biologists and computer programmers ever connected, the evolutionist goose is cooked. In what way? Think about it this way. A computer program is made up of two parts. The data part, which is stored in variables, and the functional part, which we call a program. Now the data part you can change. In fact, that's what it's for, to allow the program to express a variety of different outputs without actually changing the program itself. Oh, I get what you mean, like Mii's. Oh, what's a Mii? They're little characters that you can create on the Nintendo Wii. You can customize them in any way you want. It's really cool. Yeah, you can change their hair color, their eyes, their noses. You can even give them a beard or a mustache. Hey, Jeff, do you remember when I made that bald guy with the orange goatee? Yeah, he's really goofy looking, but he's cool. That's right, guys. It's exactly like the Mii's. In fact, they do it all the time in video games and in computer programs. Now think about it for a second. You can make lots of changes to your Mii's, can't you? Yeah, sure. And in all the Mii's that you've made, have you ever made one look exactly alike? Not exactly. Yeah, you could make 1 billion of them, and no one would be the same. That's because the different attributes like hair color and the shape of the eyes and the style of the nose or the body are controlled by variables. But let me ask you a question. With all of the different things that you can change on your Mii, can you ever turn one into a cat or a fish or a bird? No. Why not? Because that's not what a Mii is. Exactly. When you change the data in your computer program, you get variation. But you're not actually changing the program at all. That's why variation has nothing to do with evolution. Professor? Yes? I think someone's following us. Are you sure? Check out that car behind us. I think he's been following us since State Street. Hopefully it's just a coincidence. I'm going to make a few turns to see what they do. Uh-oh. Kenny's right. Y'all hold on. We're going to have to outrun them. Whoa! Stay down, guys. They mean business. Okay. Whoa. Are these those Merovingian guys? Probably so. Look out! I'm glad we weren't in that car. Where'd you learn to drive like that, Professor? Well, I did used to work for the NSA. Jeff, I think we should let him concentrate. Yeah, you're probably right. Thanks, guys. That's probably a really good idea. Well, we got away from those guys, but I'm sure there are more. Yeah, we've got to stop them. No, it's too dangerous. But we've got to try. Jesus died for us. We're not afraid to die for him. I know, boys, but right now you need to get back to your families and stay safe. I'll take it from here and connect with others to get the truth out. We'll miss you, Professor. Veritas, guys. Now get home while I take care of a few things. We'll see each other again, hopefully this side of eternity. Veritas, Professor. See you later.
Okay, you Merovingians, catch me if you can. Good thing that cell phone wasn't mine.